Good evening and welcome to Pakistan Today from our Islamabad studio. I'm Victoria Lane. Tensions in the Middle East have intensified dramatically after Iran launched missiles toward Israel in response to airstrikes on Beirut, raising fears of wider regional instability. Israeli forces confirmed missile launches from Iran and said air defense systems intercepted incoming threats, while sirens sounded across northern areas and a high alert was declared. U.S. President Donald Trump urged Iran to halt further action and return to negotiations, saying American forces remain on alert and expressing concern over the strikes on Beirut. Despite diplomatic appeals, Israel carried out retaliatory strikes on military targets in western and central Iran, with military officials warning that further action remains under consideration. Meanwhile, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has announced the launch of Operation Nasr against Israel. An IRGC spokesperson said the operation began under the codename Ya Haider Qarar, with combat units placed on full alert for large-scale operations across multiple fronts. Iranian officials confirmed strikes on the Nevatim and Tel Nof air bases, describing the operation as a response to missile attacks. Iranian authorities also warned that any further escalation could trigger a stronger response, while senior officials accused the United States of supporting continued violations of the ceasefire and argued that recent attacks in Palestine and Lebanon demonstrate a failure of diplomatic efforts. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has also stepped up diplomatic contacts, holding telephone conversations with senior officials from Britain, Turkey, and Pakistan. According to statements from the Iranian Foreign Ministry, Araghchi spoke with Pakistan's Field Marshal Syed Asim Munir regarding mediation efforts between Washington and Tehran, while separate discussions were held with the foreign ministers of Britain and Turkey. Officials say the conversations focused on regional tensions and developments following Iran's response to repeated ceasefire violations in Lebanon. Araghchi also exchanged views with French and Qatari officials regarding the broader regional situation. Back home, the process of announcing Gilgit-Baltistan election results continues, with preliminary and unofficial figures indicating a lead for the Pakistan People's Party. Results for 19 out of 24 seats have so far been announced, with the PPP securing 9 seats, independent candidates 6, PMLN 3, and Majlis Wahdat-e-Muslimin 1 seat. Both the PPP and Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf have raised concerns over alleged irregularities, including delays in election documentation and claims of result manipulation. The Election Commission says polling remained largely peaceful, with satisfactory security arrangements and encouraging voter participation. The presentation of Pakistan's federal budget for the next fiscal year may now face another delay, with sources suggesting it could be presented on June 12th instead of June 10th. The delay reportedly follows the postponement of the National Economic Council meeting, which was expected to approve major development proposals. According to sources, the proposed total development budget stands at more than 4.7 trillion rupees, including allocations for federal projects, provincial development schemes, and state-owned enterprises. A revised date for the key government meeting is expected to be announced soon. Extreme weather conditions continue across large parts of the country, with severe heat gripping Lahore and much of Punjab. The Pakistan Meteorological Department says intense heat conditions are expected to continue until June 12th, with temperatures in Lahore forecast to reach as high as 43 degrees Celsius. Similar conditions are expected in parts of Sindh and Balochistan, where temperatures may remain several degrees above seasonal averages. Authorities have issued heatwave advisories, urging citizens to avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight, remain hydrated, and take precautionary measures during peak daytime hours. And finally, a powerful earthquake has struck the Philippines, killing at least 15 people and injuring more than 100 others as rescue teams continue search operations. Several buildings collapsed after strong tremors hit near the southern island of Mindanao, according to the United States Geological Survey. Authorities have declared emergencies in affected regions and warned that aftershocks remain possible. Meanwhile, monitoring agencies have issued a tsunami warning for northeastern coastal areas of Indonesia as sea conditions continue to be assessed. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today. I'm Victoria Lane.